Abuti,
Yeah.
Askit. He says he's waiting for us to give him the green light.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
Green light. All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's Monday. Welcome to Let's Argue. And what a weekend of international football, Tibo. You know what? I'm Lebza, guys, if you forgot, but I'm still fired up on Belgium's 6-0 demolition. First of all, Doku scored 2 goals. And obviously, Tibo, you're going to hate this sentence that I'm about to give you. Ronaldo made it rain against Armenia. Obvious, like, duh. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm with
sure.
my co-host Tibo here.
Yeah, sure. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching this. Welcome to another installment of Let's Argue from a weekend jam packed with games, jam packed with stellar performances, and jam packed with upsets from left, right, and center. Let's get to it. Let's argue on a Monday. Yeah, sure. Cristiano Ronaldo, what you gonna say now? 4 headers. Yeah. Scored a scream outside the box. Yeah. Okay, Askis, I'll let you gather yourself because I see you still need to drink water there. You know what? Nah, I'll give you a moment or two just to gather yourself. You'll tell me when you are ready because I can see you're not. Yeah. Oh,
No.
okay.
This European qualifiers, come on. I'm sure even Lesotho can qualify there. But Armenia, we spoke about it last week. These guys probably have other jobs. But anyway, we won't get into that.
Yeah.
We're going to just talk about our key match results as we recap some of our hot takes and headlines. So, first
Yes.
of all, yeah, I did mention De Bruyne. So De Bruyne was not good enough for the Premier League, but clearly he's good enough for European football. Yeah, and then and then
Yo.
Doku is also not good enough for the Premier League because when last did he score? But clearly good enough against Kazakhstan. Do you see the level that I'm talking at? Each of them scored twice in a clinical performance, and Kazakhstan have now gone back to work since it's Monday, working at the post office.
To KDB's defense, KDB was one of the best players in the Premier League before the injuries started messing with his game. Jeremy Doki, on the other hand, I don't know, man. That I leave that to you and all the City fans and all the citizens because if I say he's a cow, then I feel like I'm going to be attacking the poor man. But yes,
Yeah.
Belgium managed to get the job done at home. 6 goals without reply. Yeah, these people they're not taking any prisoners, whether it's Kazakhstan or whomever. They're really,
And when they play
firing on
against a
all
good team,
cylinders.
when they
Yeah?
play against a good team, it doesn't go to 6-0, bruh. They're playing against Kazakhstan. So please, bruh, it's like playing against the province instead of playing against the whole country. Anyway,
Okay. Okay. I'm not
Portugal,
disputing that.
let me tell you, in Portugal, Felix also scored 2 goals. Felix, do you see how bad Armenia is? Felix, who couldn't hang in Chelsea, couldn't hang in Barca, he can't hang nowhere. Now he's basically ran to his big brother Ronaldo in what you call Arab
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, and but clearly anyone, I'm sure even Sikukune United can probably win against Armenia. Armenia,
Yo,
come on,
bruh, you really need
come
to
on.
stop this
Like,
hating. This is next level
no,
hating,
look,
bruh.
the,
They
the
got the job
people that
done. Isn't
scored,
that the most important thing? They got the job done. Isn't that the most important thing? Joao Felix hasn't been playing well for the last
the
couple of
people that
seasons,
scored this
but
week
he's
are people who
finally finding his
can't score
form.
for their normal teams.
He's scoring at Al Nassr.
I,
He's scoring at Al Nassr. Isn't he
well,
scoring? I
you'd
think he's
score
scoring.
two. You would score
Eh,
two, bruh,
I think I think the most
if
important thing is that at least
you
they
were
managed to get the
at Al
result, and
Nassr.
that at least I think the most important thing is
But
that they managed to get the result, and that
hey,
they're scoring goals again.
and then the England,
Hey,
it's
what's going on?
been by England all the time.
Hey, I lost you there for a second. Your Mobi cell, it was playing games. Do you mind repeating that?
Eh? Good.
Hey, Lebza, can you hear me?
My network
Hey, Lebza, can you hear me?
take
It's the
king.
movie cell, bro. Bro, you really gotta stop. I asked you to upgrade to an iPhone. I asked you nicely to upgrade to an iPhone. You might as well be a Chelsea fan right now, just like Mawandi. Are you back now?
Call me Mawande with
Yeah, I'll do that.
my Mobicel.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening on your side there, but I hope you're back with me now.
Guys, I have a booster and all. This thing ain't supposed to be happening.
Mm, mm. 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 Yeah, yeah.
All right, I think we're fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Stop using the service
Now you
provider from
disappeared, dog.
Barcelona. I can see you, Big Boss.
Can you hear me, dog?
I can hear you, Big Boss. Hey, brother. See, this is what
Hello?
happens when. Can you hear me? I can hear you, Big Boss.
Okay, let's do this.
I can hear you, ne? Hey, yo, Telekrem Shahid Mo. Can you work your magic there? Can you work your magic there, please? Yeah, we need the mood engineer back. Back. We need him back. Back doing a backflip or something. Yeah, I guess it's just me for now. So I think the only thing I can say to the rest of you guys is if there's nothing better that you can do with your life, at least just be a Real Madrid supporter. They are not going to disappoint you like the Manchester United faithful or the Manchester City faithful or even the Chelsea faithful. Do yourself this one favor, please. Yes, thank you so very much. Now, getting back to the action from this past week, England played against Andorra, and it was a typical Three Lions performance where they got a 2-0 victory by a goal from Declan Rice and an own goal to secure the win. Germany, however, managed to get a win after a disastrous game last week. They won 3-1, and to be quite honest with you, I think this one was also not convincing. I think Germany still have a lot of work to do. I think Julian Nagelsmann is still not the right guy for them, but time will tell if they'll manage to find the winning formula and find the key to not only performing at a much higher pace, but also ensuring that they are more convincing on the pitch when they play. Now, let's see if our brother, the mood engineer, is back. Hey, brother! Is he in the 18 area? Okay, we'll wait for him to come back, né? But yeah, I think with regards to the weekend's matches, I think we had some good matches, but really this international break, I think from the fan faithful, I think we'd all like to see it done with now. I think we all miss club football right now. But however, there are some games that are going to play during the week, and then after that, I think we'll be back to regular programming. Now, between the game from hey, is our brother back?
I'm gonna.
There we go.
I'm back. Another device in Tuana. They can't kick me down. They can't
Yeah.
kick me down.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Mobicel to Alcatel.
Tuana Alcatel. I'm leaving Chelsea Football Club.
I'm fine. Let's go. I'm fine. So
All right. All right. So
I was just telling the faithful about the remainder of the games between England and Andorra, Germany and Northern Ireland. So I
yeah,
think now, of
Northern Ireland 3-1 lost to Germany.
course,
Also, I don't rate it also, bruh, because Germany ain't been good, man. So Northern Ireland could just be worse than the worst.
yeah, I don't. Again, I say again, I don't feel like Julian Nagelsmann is right man for this German team, right? The
Yeah,
more I think about it, it's like ever since Tony Kroos retired from the national team, it really hasn't been good. So they're leaving a lot to be desired, I must say.
yeah.
Yes.
And
I'm
then
telling
look,
you, Charlie, they
look.
return.
The thing is, first of all, let's just talk about the qualifying in Europe quickly before we go and speak about what happened between Spain and your favorite Ada Gula on the other day.
Yeah, that
But
was a mess.
first of all, Belgium are hitting sixes.
Hmm.
Portugal are hitting large numbers like fives again.
Of course.
But then why do they struggle when it comes then to World Cups, bruh? Because they're not being tested. They are not being tested because it's an international break. So this is better for it to be an international discussion. Why do they struggle? Belgium were ranked first. You know why? Because Fantino loves them. What did they ever do, Belgium, being ranked number one? Do you
Don't
see
take
what
it
number
there.
one in tennis is
Don't be
doing?
petty like that. Don't be petty
Number
like
one,
that.
number one in tennis is winning the US Open. Number one in tennis is winning Wimbledon. Belgium, what did they do? Hmm?
But look, nah, don't even take it there. Gianni Infantino has nothing to do with this. Because once you
Ah,
start talking about him, then it's gonna go to you know who. So let's rather not go there. I think they have a metric system that they use to calculate who is the number one nation that we are not privy to. That
mm.
doesn't make sense to us, and it's been like this for a long time. It's been like this
So
for the
now,
longest time.
wait. So now, do you think out of those three teams we spoke about,
Yes.
the Belgium, do you think they would now, when they get to the World Cup, they're going to show some sort of what you call this thing, a fight, some bite?
Um, I think it's left to be seen. I think it'll be the last chance saloon for most of, can I say, the senior players in this Belgium side, be it Romelu
Yeah.
Lukaku, be it Kevin De Bruyne, be it Thibaut Courtois. Maybe Thibaut Courtois has a couple of years, maybe one more Euro left with this
Yeah.
Belgian side. But I think this will honestly be the last opportunity for these guys. You know, so I think with Belgium, they've been many fluctuating performances, so we can't really bet on them. I think when we get to the World Cup, it'll really be down to them to actually show and prove that they can take it all the way. Because the last time, as you mentioned earlier on, when they were ranked number one, which didn't make sense to anyone, they made it as far as I think as a semi-final at 2018 World Cup, I think in Russia. So ever since that tournament, they really have been not firing on all cylinders. They really have been leaving a lot to be desired in terms of the team ethos, the team performances, and the results that they've been churning out.
Hey, dog, I just read something. Some little
Yeah,
kid, some little white kid in France went
yeah.
ahead and was playing like in the junior ranks, like in those teams. And then he quit. Then he went to his dad and said, I quit. And his dad was like, why you quitting, son?
Hmm.
Felipe, why you quit? Why you quit? Okay, I have a bad French accent, but
Yeah.
he said, Dad, I'm quitting because my team is full of all these North African guys. And if you look at the national team, clearly these guys are going to get into the team. So why should I even try? Imagine, bruh. That is sad. Mm,
Okay. I don't know.
mm,
I don't know why something like that is getting publicized, but maybe that boy is not built for the game because
mm.
if he wants to be a part of the French national setup or wants to turn professional, then he must be prepared to get into the gladiator domain and fight for his place. You know. So
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't have the heart for it. Maybe he should try being, I don't know, maybe a fireman, or a doctor or a policeman or something. Because maybe
Ah,
football is not made out for him.
oh my word, like fireman or something. But
I
tell me,
mean,
tell
yes.
me then. You also saw Bosnia and Herzegovina
Yeah, Bosnia and
beating
Herzegovina. Yes.
San Marino 6-0.
Yeah, eh. Yeah, but
Hmm?
those are the lower ranked teams in the European pool. You know, when the so-called bigger nations get an opportunity to play against those teams, then hey, they really go for broke, eh? They
If
score as many goals
Bosnia,
as possible.
if
Yes.
Bosnia can beat San Marino 6-0, imagine Spain. They
Ush,
must just put
yeah,
all the Real Madrid players just to weaken Spain. Then, hopefully San Marino can get a chance. But nje, no, no, no. And then, if I look at it again, let's see here. USA, they lost against South Korea. International friendly. South Korea, obviously winning at the US soil. Do you think this is an indication of how bad the US team is or how good the South Korean team is?
I think it's more evidence that Maurizio Pochettino was the wrong guy from the word go. Now, I don't want to be a person to bash him because I know the Chelsea faithful, are very big fans of Maurizio Pochettino, but I honestly don't think or feel that he's the right guy for USA, and he's shown and proved this on over many many occasions, and
Yeah,
I don't know if they're ready to pull the plug, or if they will pull the plug, or if they will ride it out up until the World Cup, but I
yeah.
think Mauricio Pochettino continues to show that he's really not an elite level coach. I'm
He's good at
sorry if I'm.
interviews. I think Mauricio
He's great
Pochettino
at
is good.
interviews. Yeah,
He's
he's
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
He's great at interviews, and I even saw something last week from him where he said if he ever got an offer to coach Barcelona, he would turn it down. But if Real Madrid come calling, he would jump at the opportunity.
Ah, brilliant.
To myself, I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Because I know for
Brilliant.
certain we won't be
Please
going to
go
him
to Real
for his
Madrid.
services.
We support you. Go to Real Madrid, Pochettino. We'll even fund you.
Oh
But
no, 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 no. He can go
eh,
to Barca anytime. Listen,
no,
we'll
no,
even book
we are
his
eternal
flight.
rivals. We are eternal rivals. Remember, he played and coached for Espanyol, so we don't like him.
He can get over that. Being a player and being a coach, you can make certain concessions. I think the faithful in Barcelona will welcome him more than the Madridistas.
Never, never, never. And
Yeah,
then, what you call this thing, Netherlands narrowly
yeah,
edged
Holland.
out Lithuania in
Mhm.
an away match, 3-2 to the away
Mhm.
team Netherlands. Do you
Mm.
think that team, because obviously, what's the name of the coach?
It's what's his name?
The former Barca
Ronald
coach.
Koeman. It's
Yeah,
Ronald
Kuman.
Koeman. Yes,
So
sir.
Kuman, obviously, when he came on, he was saving the national team and building. Could we still say he's building, or now he's basically fighting for honors?
You know what? Now I'm starting to think that these are kind of like loaded questions because I feel like now all I'm doing is just bashing these coaches. Because Ronald Koeman, I think when he started out as the Netherlands coach, everything really looked promising, right? But I don't
Mm.
know, man. As things continue, I don't know if um, what's really stopping this Holland team from going to the next level. If you
Yeah.
look at them on paper, they look like they have all the quality that they need to ascend to a new stratosphere. But when you actually watch them play on the pitch, they really leave a lot to be desired. And I'm not particularly sure if maybe the message that he's trying to transmit is being received well on the pitch, or if maybe they need more time to work with the coach to be able to start producing what looks like they are supposed to be doing on the pitch, or supposed to be giving us in terms of the results. But overall, Ronald Koeman, he started off well. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know if there's maybe some turbulence that he and his group are maybe experiencing with these players, but they really need to fix it fast because the World Cup is around the corner, and they'll be hoping to put on a much better performance than what they've been doing now in the qualifiers.
But he's got very good players. Most of these players are playing for good teams, and that's a good thing. But I
Mhm.
think your boy De Jong got injured during one of the matches, so ish,
Mm.
really
Mm.
not a good thing for us. Then let's
Yes.
get to the main team. Spain delivered a resounding defeat to Turkey, with your boy Ada Gula there getting emotional, pushing Lamine Yamal,
Mhm.
just to
Mhm.
show
Mhm.
you it already. Lamal has already got something over him already. Now when it gets to the Clasico, it's going to be hot. It's
Yeah,
going to be hot.
I don't think Turkey can be really happy about the result, and I feel very disappointed because last week when you asked me for my prediction, I really thought it would be a more even tie than what we saw yesterday.
Yeah,
I think Vincenzo Montella is out of his depth
yeah,
totally. If I were to go back to his record as a club
yeah,
manager, I think he's just continuing, with the trajectory that he was on. But
yeah,
overall, I don't think the Italian Vincenzo Montella is really the right guy for Turkey. Because if you watch last night's game, it didn't look like Turkey had a plan. It didn't look like
yeah.
Turkey had an idea. It didn't look like Turkey knew how
Mm,
to get the ball from the back to Spain's box. And even when it came to the transitions between the game when they had to defend, it didn't look like they knew actually what they were supposed to do. They looked very
yeah,
disjointed. They looked like they were out of ideas, and they didn't even look solid or look like a unit. Yesterday's game was a real hiding, and the
yeah.
fact that even after Spain had scored 6 goals, there wasn't even a single red card. Like, I'm not
Mm.
advocating for violence, but like the players they need to show some emotion. The players need to show something. Do you know
Here
what I
goes
mean?
Pepe's number one fan and Rudiger's number one fan wanting violence
You know
on the
I
field.
am. You know I am. But I feel
Uh,
like the players also, it can't solely just fall on the shoulders of Vincenzo Montella. I think the players as
mm,
well, they also need to show personality because they conceded 6 goals without reply at home.
yeah.
No, man.
Well,
They
clearly
can't.
Adagula is not as good as we think. We'll leave that one there. We'll leave that one there before you reply because I know you probably want to reply.
Now I have nothing to say this time around. 6 goals without reply. Honestly, there's nothing to say. I think Mikel Merino really, really is a jewel of a player. I think
Mm,
without shying away, I think if at club football maybe they had a coach with a more enterprising way of play, then
yeah.
maybe Arsenal would also be challenging for top honors. But let's leave that for now.
But remember, they're not playing in Lithuania when they are in Arsenal. They are not playing Armenia.
Yeah, I
So,
know, but essentially what I mean is if you look at the Arsenal lineup on paper, oh my gosh, man, they have so much quality.
mm,
And when you watch all these other players when they're playing for their national teams and you see the performances that they produce versus what they do when they are at the Emirates, like you
yeah.
ask yourself that what the hell is actually going on there at the Emirates, you see? But anyways, it's neither here or there.
But then tell me, um, do you think then in the weekend when then these national teams are over? Because I know that Man City is playing Manchester United.
Yes.
Is Doku gonna score there now? Since he scored two against Kazakhstan.
Well, look, Jeremy Dokune, if he comes on as a super sub, I think he can really shake things up. But starting being in the starting 11, I don't think he's been able to maybe live up to the expectations of being a Manchester City player. So
Mm,
I don't rule out him scoring, but I also won't be betting on him scoring because his performances they fluctuate a lot. He's
yeah.
he's he's hot and cold a lot of the time, and you never really understand from a neutral standpoint why there's so much glazing about Jeremy Doku. From where I'm
Yeah.
standing, he looks more like a cow. I think if
Well,
they maybe used him as a fullback, I think Pep Guardiola could maybe get a tune out of him. But this thing of him playing up top next to the strikers, in the final third as a winger, whether on the left or on
mm,
the right, I don't think that's the best position for him to play.
well, our producer to our lovely guests that are watching, our producer loves Jeremy Doku.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
telling.
of course.
If he has
Oh
a
yeah, of
pet,
course.
I'm sure the pet has Jeremy Doku dreads. I'm
I'm
telling you,
telling you. Yeah,
he loves
yeah.
Jeremy Doku. I'm sure his bread spread on top of his bed is
He
Doku. You
he
know?
actually has a French poodle that is Jeremy
Yeah.
Doku. I'll
Called
ask him to
Jeremy
just
Doku.
give us the photos for the next episode. Yeah, he has a French
Yeah,
poodle that is
I, I,
named
I can just
Doku.
I can
Yeah.
just imagine. He just loves Doku to
Oh
bits,
yeah,
man.
yeah, definitely. After the show, we'll just ask him to get us the photos for the next episode. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure even his cup that he drinks water, it says, I'm a Doku fan, you know. But
I'm
anyway,
telling you.
we leave our producer like there before he switches us off, you know, all of a sudden, you know. All right, so
And then you
look,
go. Hey,
look,
Lebza.
so who is our
Yeah.
flop of the Monday? Our flop, is it England's creativity missing in action, or is it United States falling at home to South Korea?
Mm. Oh, it's just two this week, not three.
Yeah, two, because England usually beat Andorra 5-0.
Hmm.
This time they only managed two. And then
I mean, I mean, they,
obviously,
England, uh, um, without being the devil's advocate for Thomas Tuchel, right? England still got the
mhm,
victory, and you also need to remember England are without their best player, which is Jude Bellingham, aka
mhm.
Chaplani Peng. So
Bengu.
I think the most important thing is that they got the result, and
Yeah.
really doesn't really matter what the scoreline was. The most important thing was that at least they got the result. So if you're asking
I
me
think they're also
between
missing Rashford.
Rashford, wasn't he part of the? I think he was playing. I think he produced, but I don't know if Rashford has really found his form for this season. I think he's
Yeah.
still acclimatizing to the new surroundings in Barcelona. But if he can stay fit, he'll definitely be useful to the Three Lions outfit. But if the question is about who's the flop, it's definitely the USA men's national team because
Yeah.
with the World Cup being around the corner, I don't
In
think
your home
anybody.
ground.
Yeah, listen, I don't think anybody can really be confident about what he's doing, what Maurizio
Mm.
Pochettino is doing. I think Donald Trump will probably need to intervene, and push the red eject button before it's too late because
Yeah.
I think Mauricio Pochettino has been given ample time to at least have an identity with this group. But
Yeah.
the more and more I think they perform under his tutelage, the worse and worse it looks. So I think before the tournament they either need to come around in a round table, make a decision, or they must prepare to maybe not get out of the group stage like South Africa at the 2010 World Cup.
I know. We are now going to qualify because we are playing Nigeria tomorrow, South Africa, that is, right?
Yeah, Super
What do
Eagles.
you predict? What do you predict? Because we beat Lesotho 3-0.
Yes.
Nigeria beat Rwanda 1-0, and now
Hmm.
they need a victory. You know, we could get away with a draw, you know, but now we obviously want full points. What do you think the match is going to end at?
Well, look, any game against the Super Eagles is always a derby for us, whether it's home or away. But they do have some quality players in there, like Victor Osimhen. But um, I think tomorrow's game will probably be a draw. I think,
Yeah,
irrespective of where Nigeria are as a group right now, I think it'll be a real tough challenge, a really tough challenge. Obviously, if Bafana can be able to get the win, then that'll be the most positive thing. But I think a draw is the more sensible result for tomorrow's clash against the Super Eagles.
no, fantastic. I'm hoping for a victory, hoping for a victory right there. And then our prop of the week. Our
Hmm.
prop of the week. First of all, to our other fans that love to argue, okay, versus others on other sports,
Hmm.
the Springboks lost, and hopefully they come back this weekend stronger. You know, stronger
Hmm.
together. And then even Banyana of Springboks also lost
Aish,
yesterday
terrible
against
weekend.
France.
Terrible weekend.
So hopefully next week, the Banyana of Springboks are playing New Zealand, and then obviously the Bafana of Springboks. are playing New Zealand again. So we're hoping for victory there. And then in terms of the cricket, T20 is starting between SA and England, and let's show the English how we play cricket. So hopefully in those sports, they just uplift the country because we can't just have Bafana Bafana being the only one carrying our happiness, you
Of
know?
course, of course.
So
The Proteas
prop
need
of
to
the
get
week.
the job done.
Prop of the week. Is it Bafana Bafana? Is it De Bruyne Masterclass? Is it Spain 6-0? Or is it Ronaldo and Felix ruthless combination?
You can't pick anything over the Spanish team. The Spanish
Yeah.
team, they are the real deal right now. I think everybody who'll be coming up against them will be wary of their prospects. They really look like a tremendous threat, and I don't think they are to be taken lightly at all. They have weapons all over the pitch, and even at the back, their goalkeeper. He's an astute goalkeeper. He may not play maybe for one of the best teams in Europe, but he's an astute goalkeeper in his own right. So, without a shadow
What
of a
is the
doubt,
nice
I'm
Simon?
giving it to Spain. Yes, Unai Simon. Yes, he
No,
for Athletic
he's a really
Bilbao.
good goalkeeper. He's a really, really, really good goalkeeper. No, I would also give it to Spain. Lamine Yamal and Pedri, two awesome goals.
Hmm.
Just the metronome there in that Spanish midfield, never
Hmm.
losing the ball, turning, doing all of those type of things. Not because I like Barcelona, but just because I love amazing football. Pedri did it. So in that team, I thought he was just the prop of the week for real. All right, now looking ahead, brother,
Yes.
it's now we know that Serbia's going to have a showdown with England.
Uh
But
huh.
most importantly, what we know is that the international break is finishing.
Oh my gosh.
When we do our show on Friday, what I'm afraid of is to see how many teams have injuries now going into the weekend's matches, because then that's
Mm.
going to ruin people's chances of winning La Liga, winning EPL or the Serie A.
Yeah, well, it depends on your perspective, because if we're talking La Liga, then the only chance that Barcelona have is if the referees do them a favor. The Serie A, on one hand, is always wide open, but the prospect of Antonio Conte staying at Napoli means that it's Napoli are the biggest threat to everyone else who has any aspirations of winning the Serie A championship, and obviously in the English Premier League it's there for the taking. I think anyone who is prepared to mount a sizable challenge against this Anneslot team have all the work to do. So it'll be a spectacle for all of us to enjoy, most definitely.
So the Premier League has reached a settlement with Manchester City over its challenge to sponsorship rules, paving the
Oh,
way for
okay.
the club to complete a wide-ranging deal with Etihad Airways. A good win there for Manchester City. Hopefully the
Oh,
other clubs
yeah.
dropped too so that they can do what they do best.
Oh, yeah.
But
Brown envelope. Oh, yeah.
but
I
now,
mean, a good victory. Yes.
oh really,
Good
really?
victory.
Anyway,
Yes. Yes.
as we close it off, brother, I want to see Tibo, like, as we go to the weekend. I'm hoping for great matches. Everybody's excited. So please, guys, join us some more. Subscribe, follow, give us your comments. This us, we are willing. We are willing to take it all. Just so that on Friday we want to make sure when we discuss what's coming up on the weekend, we're all together and we all, understand which matches we want to see and predict. But you know how it is. We love to argue. We love sport right here. Tibo,
Yes, guys, join us again on Friday. It'll be a jam packed episode again, and we'll be looking forward to club football coming back. We can't wait. Thank you for watching, for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, listen. Can't wait to see you in the next episode. Let's argue.
let's argue. Cheers.
Shahid Mo. It's la creme Shahid Mo. Is it cut? Is it over now? I cool, my G. Hey, man. You, you, bruh. I don't know, bruh. I, once I get this paper, I'm gonna get you a fucking RS6, bruh, with a ABT body kit. Trust me when I say with a fucking V10 engine. Mark my words. Pin this shit. Promise you that shit. Right. Tibo Lava and out. Show, brother.